I think my thing that people are jealous of is what you were kind of saying,
Oh,
which is like,
really?
I think people are jealous of that I can just do it all, and that I'm just like this like crazy hard worker, and I do somehow write a book while doing stand up, while, you know, writing a script, while performing, while traveling. Like, my therapist has now told me that's an anxiety. Like, that's, you know,
But why has she put a negative spin on that? It seems like it's a superpower.
because I'm going to be burnt out at some point, and because the thing that propels me, because like the thing that has propelled me in my career has actually stifled me in my relationships, because there's more control over my career. And we know, especially with like stand up is almost the perfect thing for my personality, because like you said, you have to constantly be writing, you have to constantly be getting up, you have to constantly be reevaluating and changing and editing. It's constant work. It's not 9 to 5, it's 24/7. And when you're anxious and you know, you have the emotional issues that I've always had, it's a great distraction. It's a gift. It's a gift that I like doing this, and there's always work to be done.
Yeah.
And so to me, I never put down the notebook. I never stopped thinking about stand up. I never stopped performing. I never stopped growing, because it allows me to not heal or deal with or be alone with my real thoughts, because I have this goal oriented thing I'm passionate about. But then shift it to romantic relationships, and I put my concentration over there, and that same da 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 is just setting fire to conversations and thoughts and feelings, and I go nuts, and I nitpick, and I ruminate, and I get scared, and I pull away, and I set fire to stuff, because it's to overwork your relationship is to make someone insane, but to overwork comedy is to have a special.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and I think that's where a lot of people that are mentally ill tend to be really successful in one area and set fire to things in another area, because crazy is a kind of superpower depending on where you put it. And
Yes.
that's why there's a lot of really successful people that are bipolar, that are, you know, borderline personality disorder, you know, what have you, because workaholism, it's rewarded. That detail oriented, and that like it's just rewarded in work, especially in American society. And in a friendship, if I was doing everything that I was doing in my relationship to you, I mean, you would punch me in the face. Like, so I'm learning, as all of my friends have complimented me how well I've stayed afloat during the pandemic, and I'm grateful for that. And I do think it's a superpower, but I also lost my relationship, and it's not fully my fault, but I also can see where that thing also set fire to it. So how people are jealous of you is, I feel, very one-sided, because they only see one half of it. They see that I'm on TV, or they see that I'm doing well, but they don't see over here where I'm uncomfortable with my own thoughts.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But I'd be curious. Like, I can have an awareness that I'm good at something, but it's also detrimental, and that it actually might need to be pushed back 20 to 30% so that I can be happier in another area. Because your jokes aren't going to keep you warm at night.
No, but all that money will.
Yeah, it really will. Set
Really will.
fire to it. Really cozy.
You could buy a weighted blanket. It's just as good as cuddling.